Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today, wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And I got to start with this from WireX. Do you think XRP will ever flip Ethereum? You know, XRP was the number 2 cryptocurrency before the Ripple vs. SEC case started. What's happening right now? That case is wrapping up. XRP is not only going to flip Ethereum in this cycle, but there's a very good chance it is also going to flip Bitcoin's market cap as well. And XRP will become the number 1 cryptocurrency. What's your thoughts on that? Put it in the comments section down below. And you know, people don't realize this, but retail is no longer looking at Bitcoin. The institutions looking past Bitcoin already. The banks, they're not going to adopt Bitcoin at all. So how do you not see XRP becoming the number 1 cryptocurrency? It's going to be utilized all around the world. It's just a matter of time. Ripple's patent decoded, making XRP the backbone of global liquidity. I just talked about Ripple patents in a video yesterday. So Ripple's EP305440-5A1 decoded XRP's tech blueprint. Ripple's patent introduces temporary consensus subnetworks, a breakthrough that could obliterate traditional payment rails and make XRP the backbone of global liquidity. You know, Ripple put the patents in place years ago behind XRP. Ripple then went on and put rails in place all around the world for XRP to run on. That's how we get to those high price points on the price of XRP. There's never going to be an XRP alternative. XRP's the future. Ripple put everything in place years ago for this to happen, for the moment where XRP goes live. And when it goes live, you better be holding this cryptocurrency. This comes from Coin Bureau. Fake news alert. A fake account claims Gensler to join BlackRock as chief crypto advisor. This is false. No such move was announced. I had so many people send this to me. Is this true? There's no way Gary Gensler is joining BlackRock. This is fake news. U.S.-China to extend tariff pause for another 90 days. Trump admin open to extending pauses to make deals. Wait, I thought we had a trade deal with China 2 months ago. So it looks like the deal and the tariffs are on pause for another 90 days with China. This is good for the crypto space because as long as this is paused, we get the green light. That means the market will continue upward. Then we see where we go from here. And, you know, a lot of people always said getting into crypto is like rolling the dice. I've said it myself. Because years ago, it took vision. You had to come into this space and you were like, okay, I'm going to invest in this. Everything looks solid around this cryptocurrency. But a lot of it depended on things that would happen in the future. The future is now here. It's no longer rolling the dice. Take a listen to this clip.
Just roll the dice. See, most people are thinking that this, you know, is gambling. This isn't gambling. This is this.
Yeah.
Okay. You gotta roll them to get paid. And I'm a dice roller, bro. Yeah. I started this. Everything I've started that's thankfully succeeding, it was always a dice roll.
Yeah. Well, it's the people that take the risk on something that get the reward. And that's, some people are like, there shouldn't be any billionaires. Well, you don't know the shit sandwich that they ate for an extended period of time and the risk that they took in order to build whatever generated
well,
that.
let's say my XRP goes to serious money, like you said, 10 grand, and I have 2 billion. Dude, that wasn't a risk.
No, that was a strategic investment. Yeah.
Yeah. And I just saw and heard, man, if this does go global and it's the only one that supposedly can, and they're already locking in, then dang, I could see it going at least to 250.
Well, yeah. And I don't have a crystal ball.
And by the way, 250. Let me see what I got.
I have to do the math on that real quick.
Yeah, 250. Yeah, even at 250, $250 a coin times 49,118 equals 12,279,000. I paid, I think 50 G's for it. Like, done. Well, you're gonna have to pay taxes. No, I won't.
Borrow.
I'm gonna transfer it over. I'm never gonna take it. I'm just gonna borrow against it.
Take notice, he said he's never going to take it. He's going to borrow against it. Everybody always talks about selling their crypto. There's no reason to sell your crypto when you could use it as collateral. But XRP is not rolling the dice. It's a strategic move that you make to get financial freedom later. It's not a meme coin where you're hoping it goes up in price. You're hoping the hype holds up. You're hoping the belief in it stays alive. With XRP, you see it all coming together now. And it's not just XRP. It's all these ISO cryptocurrencies. If you're putting money in, you could expect big returns back. And that's what's coming over the coming months. This comes from Smoke. ISO 222 migration set to ramp up over the next 6 months. Around half of the central banks have not yet adopted the ISO messaging standard in their real-time gross settlement systems, but most will upgrade soon. This is why we haven't seen value for these ISO cryptocurrencies yet. The real amp up is still to come, and it's going to start in November. A vertical Big Bang leap in November 2025. Financial institutions will be migrating to ISO in a rapid, coordinated move ahead of the deadline. I think the real value will start to come in later this year. Even with Fedwire, they have not seen full adoption yet either. And there's going to be a period of time before they start utilizing crypto as well, in my opinion. But now's the time you pull the trigger. Now's the time you invest in these cryptocurrencies. And there's a list right there. This list has a few others on it. I'm going to talk about these really quick. So we all know XDC, Global Trade Finance. Very cheap still. I would build a decent bag of XDC. We all know about XRP. QNT is another one. Most people, they still think it's overvalued, but I'd hold at least one QNT. I think it's going to be a shocker in the very near future. There's less QNT than there is Bitcoin. HBAR is another monster in this space. A ton of growth without any price movement. DAG, military grade data. DAG will be part of ISO as well. XLM, global unbanked person-to-person payments. I always said it. If you hold XRP, hold XLM. IOTA is going to be massive. It's a huge sleeping giant ready to wake up. Algo, greatest ecosystem in all of crypto. The ecosystem around Algo is absolutely incredible. SHX, ACH banking upgrade. SHX I got invested into because people on X kept telling me to take a look at it, and I decided to buy it because there's some real value there, and you could make a lot of money off of SHX. ADA is another one. That's going to be fully compliant in my opinion, but I'm going to add a few others. Nexera, I'm still a fan of Nexera. I know there's been some issues there, but I think they're worked out, and Nexera is going to go on to be massive. Another one is A0. I have a lot of faith in A0 as well. And definitely, you should be building a massive bag of Flare. Flare is going to be the biggest shocker. I keep seeing people still talking about the airdrops. People are going to continue to sell off those airdrops. Don't worry. There's going to be buyers for Flare. Flare is going to be a generational wealth building cryptocurrency. And it's so dirt cheap. It's sitting at like 2 cents. You need to pack your bags with it now. You know, later, you'll be wishing you could go back to a 2-cent Flare and stack a decent bag of it. It's like XDC. I was telling people to buy it when it was less than a penny, and nobody wanted to hear it back then. XDC is going to have, it's going to become a very expensive cryptocurrency in the future. Think about all those trillions of dollars inside of digital trade. Same thing with IOTA. I was telling people, you got to buy IOTA, Internet of Things, Industry 4.0, smart cities. IOTA is the future. But you got to eventually pull the trigger. Diversify and make sure you're holding at least a little bit of each of these cryptocurrencies. And I'm sure I missed a few cryptocurrencies as well. Casper's another one. I still have a decent bag of Casper, because I think Casper is going to become very big over time. It's up there with HBAR in my opinion. But now's the time you pull the trigger, and it's not like you're rolling the dice. These have real utility and real value. This comes from Black Swan Capitalist. XRP doesn't need to be backed by gold. It just needs to move it. When gold-pegged stablecoins live on the XRP ledger, XRP bridges them. And in doing so, it becomes synthetically linked to gold, oil, and every asset they tokenize. What have I been telling you? Tokenization is coming. We don't need a gold-backed XRP. XRP is going to be more valuable than gold. Everybody always thought, well, XRP is going to be backed by 1 ounce of gold. XLM, silver. XDC, I think, was copper. But they're not going to be backed by anything. They're going to be moving the value of gold and silver and copper and palladium and so on. But these are the cryptocurrencies that are already built to do this. It's not like you have to wait for something to build out for this to happen. All the infrastructure is already in place. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse says the prime broker recently bought by Ripple is growing rapidly in the DeFi space. He's talking about Hidden Road, and he's talking about trillions of dollars. So these brokers are doing trillions of dollars of trades, Garlinghouse revealed. Traditionally, such prime brokers have been owned by traditional commercial banking giants, he added, from JP Morgan to Goldman Sachs. But now, the leadership in this sphere does not belong only to banks. Recently, Ripple purchased Hidden Road, and now this company is offering its customers a mix of not only traditional financial tools, but also crypto and DeFi. And this company is growing very quickly in both of these markets. The Ripple CEO emphasized, this company is very well capitalized and it has super strong balance sheet as well. Hidden Road is helping a large number of traditional financial institutions to come into the DeFi space and begin using crypto. That's why that acquisition was so important. It's going to bring trillions of dollars into this space. And as that's happening, we're going to see the rise of XRP. But all you got to do to get rich in this space is nothing. You buy the asset, you sit back and wait for it to happen. You're not rolling the dice. You're already holding a winning lottery ticket. And until it does happen, Stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.